The following contest, depending on us disagreeing enough for it to matter, is for the Tito Heavyweight Championship. First, presenting the challenger.
King Blackbird.
And your Tito champion, the Nate DMZ.
Son of a bitch.
So, Money in the Bank.
Yes, Money in the Bank. First of all, you'll have to excuse the background noise. There's construction going on right outside the house, so can't do anything about that. So anyway, Money in the Bank time. Which of course means we have our own Money in the Bank. And the rules for this go, if we get double checks for our win of the 2 Money in the Bank contestants.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes. And whoever gets the extra point to win it, wins it. If we get, yes, that makes sense in my head. But this year, I'm at a stipulation of champion's disadvantage. So if we tie, you get that, but I get this.
You can't just change the rules.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Tell that to Vince.
Fair. We're gonna make it to the big leagues. We're already following the logic.
Yup. So, in that vein, let's just get to the matches for this thing. First up, the women's Money in the Bank. Which is going to be interesting this year because they're both going to take place at the same time. So, we're going to know who wins this.
With everything going on, props to Creative for coming up with some of this stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, the women's bank, Money in the Bank match, we got Asuka, Baszler, Jax, Carmella, Dana, and Evans. Who do you got and why?
Well, I was going to vote for Dana because they're giving her that old underdog push, plus I really like her, but as the Cultaholic guys pointed out, WWE has already said Becky Lynch is going to have a confrontation with the winner on the next Raw, so it's probably a Raw star.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm going to vote for Asuka because I agree. Again, I agree with the Cultaholic guys because you just imagine with her troll persona right now, just walking around with the briefcase, having the time of her life. So my pick is Asuka.
I'm gonna go with Shayna for a couple of the same reason. Because I would love to see her just stalking Becky with the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase, and plus that can't have been the blow off at WrestleMania. It can't. I know Vince doesn't get her, but someone's got to be in his ear and say, "Look, give her another try. Just." Come on.
Yeah.
This is it can't. That just can't be it. So I'm going to give it to Shayna in hopes that something else will occur and she will eventually get the title.
All right, so we're off to a good start this time.
All right, the New Day versus the Forgotten Sons versus Miz and Morrison versus Lucha House Party for the SmackDown Tag Team title.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it would be New Day and Forgotten Sons. I didn't realize they were going to make it a fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
But now that I know Lucha House Party's in there, I don't know who's going to pick. Because my initial theory was they put the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the New Day so they could lose to the Forgotten Sons, but it's the New Day, so they could take the hit. Yeah, I'm going to go for Lucha House Party, because I really like the Lucha House Party, and they deserve it.
I think, so I don't think they're going to give it to the Forgotten Sons yet. I think they'll probably do better on the main roster than NXT from what I've heard. They seem like the kind of guys who would, in Bizarro Land, that's how it seems to work. But I'm going to go with Miz and Morrison. I think they're going to win the titles back.
Making their loss entirely pointless, but that's how the tag team championships go.
Yep, that is why there are Fightful left.
Yeah.
They admitted that. They were going to get some big money, but they just want to be a tag team. So, alright. Bayley versus Tamina for the SmackDown Women's title.
Bayley.
Woo! Woo! All aboard the Tamina train! I'm going for her! And not just for the joke, but because they have been building her very strongly, and I just want this to pay off at some point. I want some build to pay off.
That's fair. I mean, I can believe that they might put it on Tamina, but I gotta go with my girl.
Yeah. But I do think, it's gonna be Sasha is gonna do something to cause Bayley to lose it, and then they will finally have their feud.
With Sasha as the face, because...
Yeah, I don't. We can't have it the exact way we want it.
Yeah.
So. All right, Braun Strowman versus just Bray Wyatt for the Universal title.
I could really go either way on
Right?
this one. If it was The Fiend, I would vote The Fiend, but there's so many ways they could do this.
Yeah, like, they really wrote themselves into a corner, because this is like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Someone's got to take a loss. If Braun loses, then what the fuck was the point? He was clearly just standing because Roman left. But if Bray loses, it's going to be more people screaming they've ruined Bray, which I understand where they're coming from, but I don't think so. Yeah, especially since it's Bray Wyatt, so it'd be The Fiend losing. But he says, after the Firefly Funhouse match... But, I'm going to go with Braun retaining, because one of the things I heard, the original plan was for Braun to lose, Bray to win, and then that would carry into when Roman comes back.
Right.
And they would continue their feud. But since we don't know when Roman's coming back, and Vince seems to have a problem with him daring to think of his own health
and
over
children.
work. Yeah. They might have scrapped that plan. So I'm going to go on a limb and say Strowman retains.
I'm actually going to go with Strowman too, but I want to go with that storyline idea you suggested when this was The Miz versus Bray Wyatt, where Bray loses. He's like, he can't believe he lost. He thought he could do things on his own. Maybe he didn't need the Fiend anymore. And so he summons the Fiend on the next pay-per-view, maybe SummerSlam or something. But that way Bray retains, and we might ruin Bray Wyatt, but we won't ruin the Fiend.
Yeah.
And though that's been pointed out, this one's one that's pre-recorded, so maybe we can get some weird, cool
Yeah,
shit.
we might have something. So, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the
Drew.
Yes, Drew. It's got to be Drew.
Well, like I said before, what a difference a year makes.
Right?
But
Wow.
if we're going to talk about trains, I'm on the Drew train. Seth, not even like I don't like Seth anymore, just this storyline and character they have him doing now. He kind of needs to lose, otherwise it just feels hollow to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't take it from Drew. He's more than freaking
He
earned
needs
it.
to have that for a year.
Yeah, at least.
So, because whenever crowds come back, he is going to get the biggest pop. He would they would have blown off the roof, the non-existent roof of that stadium if none of this had happened.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing. So, all right. So this wasn't in the Cultaholic predictions, and but it was on the website. So these next two are these take it with a grain of salt, but we're gonna do predictions anyway.
Okay.
And maybe they'll be added on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah.
And anything that is added, we'll do that with Twitter. Anyway, Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team titles.
Okay. So, we were just talking about we play hot potato with the tag team belts. And as such, as much as I want the Street Profits to retain, I think they're going to go to the Raiders, because that's how the tag team division works now.
I think Street Profits are going to retain to go with the story that, they've been building that we haven't seen because of Hulu, even though they advertised it. But, the Viking Raiders have always had Street Profits numbers. The Street Profits hadn't won. I think this is where the Street Profits get their win and retain their titles.
I hope you're right, but I'm still voting for the Viking Raiders.
Okay. Sami Zayn versus Gerlach for the Intercontinental title.
Ooh. See, I want to believe they put it on Drew because Daniel Bryan has been, say, hey, we need to push this guy. But he doesn't come in on his own music anymore, so I think Sami's going to retain.
I think Drew is going to win.
Okay.
Because...
We're just agreeing a lot this time. It's
I know.
Kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I like it. But mainly because, Roman, Sami has been sitting out because he apparently had a wisdom tooth pulled, and then he's just like, look, I just don't want to risk anything. And so that's why he hasn't been on TV. And so if he wants to stay home, they need someone to have the IC title on TV. And also Vince is petty.
I hadn't considered that, but I'm going to stick with my pick.
All right. And then the men's Money in the Bank match with Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, Baron Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles, who just got added.
I think I have to go with Zombie AJ Styles. Just because, one, they're not going to hype him coming back, put such a big star in it, and not give it to him. Two, I think in that way, it'll... Wait, he is on SmackDown, right? No, he's on Raw.
He's on Raw.
Okay, I was going to say that way there's a briefcase on both brands, but never mind. But I'm still going with AJ. And I keep referencing the Cultaholic guys, but I really hope they go with the gimmick where he's just a zombie now.
Yeah.
He goes through something completely ridiculous, even for wrestling. Like, he's the one thrown off the very top, and then when the elevator dings it, he just comes right back out.
I'm gonna go because I had a pick before. Then AJ came in. I was like, "Ooh, God, yeah, he would look good." But I'm gonna stick with my original pick and go with Aleister Black because again, not only have made him look really strong, I also just want to see him do his entrance with like this coming up with the briefcase. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be pretty
Maybe
cool.
destroy his Mystique, but I also think he could cut some really good promos with this thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully he wouldn't be the guy who like cashing in on someone who's down. Like I see him like
he wants someone to pick a fight with.
Yeah, so he would come in and that's refreshing to see every once in a while.
Yeah.
So we disagreed a lot on this, more than in Mania, which had way more matches. So
more than we have in a long while.
Good. This one's finally interesting.
Yeah.
Now the punishment for this,
Yeah.
since we have so much time, and I was inspired by both Tom Campbell from Cultaholic and Brian Zayn, it's going to be a choice between two supposedly really bad WCW pay-per-views. Either, I think Tom said, like, Slamboree 2000, or the one Brian Zayn just reviewed, New Blood Rising.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And to make the decision on the night of, whoever will lose, there's not going to be a poll this time, we will let fate decide and flip a coin.
Okay. And I got a thing blinking on the camera, so we should probably wrap up.
Alright, so we'll see you Sunday and see who gets to walk away with the gold.
Well, I got the only gold that matters.
Uh-huh.